Yo, what's going on? What's going on? All right, you know what time it is. You know what rhyme it is. I'm your gracious host, A6. It is a nice, beautiful, sunny, clear skies day on Friday. And I'm loving it. I'm enjoying the weather. Not too cold, not too hot. And, okay, there's a squirrel in the fucking street. And this dude keeps running back and goddamn forth. And here we go. All right, I missed his ass. This dude, yo, squirrels are crazy, y'all. Just to change the subject for a second. Squirrels will run across the street, then almost be completely across the street, and then run back, and then run back again, and then run back. Like, yo, you trying to avoid killing his ass, but at the same time, you don't want to kill yourself. It's like that Geico commercial where the squirrels was doing that shit in the street, and the dude flew off the road and ran into a tree, and they start giving each other dabs and shit. Funny ass commercial, yo. But anyway, so what I wanted to talk about today is something my man Finest Thing Walking pointed out. He basically made a video about 15 hours ago from what I saw on YouTube. And he was talking about how he was being shadow banned. And a lot of people are talking about this and they feel like they're being targeted. But yo, it's not, I'm here to tell everybody it's not just us that's being targeted though. It's not even just us. I've heard a lot of other channels being targeted for this. And what basically the reasoning is, you got to understand how all this shit plays in with what's happening right now. Like with all this shit happening with the jabs and the passport, not the cards, the passport, whatever they are, the little things they showing people to show they got the jab. If you know what the jab is, you know what the jab is. The CV-19 shit, all that shit is all playing a factor. This shit has been in development for a long ass time. This is a well thought out plan pretty much. And the whole purpose of the information limit is to limit how much shit gets out there to counteract the agenda they're trying to push forward. Because truth is not what they're after. They're after a specific way of things being done. And truth counteracts that. So with that said, you gotta understand, like, yo, the limited information, the algorithm for YouTube changed in 2017, I think it was. Now, I'm not exactly sure what triggered that algorithm change. It might have been a change in ownership. You know, the government might have seized some shit, I don't know. But you got a situation at that point where it's looking like, you know, the change happened in 2017 because I've been on YouTube for a minute. I've been doing this for a while. And I had people basically saying that, you know, yeah, I don't see your channel, whatever. I was subscribed, I don't see it. I used to get videos from you all the time, and I don't anymore. So this was like 2017 afterwards, and I was like, yo, I wonder what happened. So I had a tech buddy of mine, a guy who's real heavy into computers and technology, and he was like, yo, what's basically happened is the algorithm got changed somehow. Hold on. Shit, it's hard to shift and do videos at the same time. So he was like, yo, the algorithm basically got changed. So when the algorithm gets changed pretty much, what the hell is that? When the algorithm gets changed, certain videos get pushed forward and certain ones don't. YouTube will assist the ones that are supposed to be pushed forward so that the message gets shared more. So that's why you see in so many people videos dwindling in view. They have a bunch of subscribers from when the shit was working the way it was supposed to for everybody to get their information out. And then like it'll be a bottleneck of subscribers where you might have 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 that come in, but on the same token, ain't nobody really seeing your video like that. And that's by design. They don't want shit to get out. The whole reason this shit's been so successful and how they're able to push these mask mandates and these jabs and shit like that is because of the limit of information. And people, they don't, in this right now, the way we're in, a position we're in, people don't have the capacity to research for themselves. They just can't do it for some reason. And I think it might be, maybe it's a frequency that they're secretly putting out or some radio frequency that's keeping people on the same level or what have you. But hey, it's happening, man. So people don't have they don't have the ability to research themselves. When they did that that algorithm change to YouTube, what I noticed was they like when you search something now, you might find 15 results. Like back in the day, if anybody remembers from using YouTube before, like yo, when you hit that button to search, you would have like as many results as you wanted to see. As long as you keep rolling down, you'll see more results. And the way it worked was the highest ones were at the top and the less viewed ones were at the bottom. But now it's the other way around. Now it's like, all right. Hold on, man. Now it's like, all right, you get the top 15 with the most views, and anybody else, fuck them. You're not gonna see that shit. So like somebody who just searching for a topic that want to see a fresh opinion, they're not gonna see your channel anymore. They gotta specifically search for your name, or you gotta hop in the YouTube algorithm, which means you get in like an echo chamber of people who are looking for that type of shit that shit pops up for. So let's say somebody's a fan of Finest Thing Walking, right? And let's say they don't know who me, or they don't know who Knowledge World Media is. Shout out to Knowledge World Media too. Or they don't know who James Lovett is. So what they'll go ahead and do is they'll go ahead and look at his channel or watch one of his videos, and then one of ours might pop up as a suggestion. And that's basically to keep the information between the people who are seeking out that information and the people who aren't to get that information, and that's to keep them in the dark. You know, it's all about limiting who knows what. They don't mind us knowing this shit. They don't even mind us discussing it, because it's pretty much part of balance. Everything has to be balanced in order for it to last long. It can't just be one-sided, or else that shit is not gonna last too long. It's gonna get overthrown, or it's gonna get figured out or something like that. It has to be, and it has to maintain the image of balance, because it maintains nature, and nature is balanced in order for it to last. Man cannot build anything that does not mimic what God has already done, and that's facts. Look at you can look at cars, you can look at houses, all that shit. All this shit has what can be received as a heart, what can be received as blood, what can be received as, vessels and shit like that. All that stuff, yo. And it works so well because it's modeled after nature. So the same thing for YouTube, It's the same thing. So hey, there you have it. That's the answer to why people are feel like they're getting shadow banned and shit like that, because you are getting shadow banned. But that's how it works, is to keep that echo chamber. So once somebody gets a hit of some knowledge, which would be most of the time, to be honest with you, man, most of the time is via word to mouth. And they trying to limit the word of mouth because they don't want too many people congregating in one area. So you can't even talk about this information now. Like, it's crazy, yo. Like, yo, it is a complete bottleneck on society and information. But they can't delete the information, because that would be a complete violation of balance. They have to leave it out there, but they don't have to make it accessible easily for everybody. They can just make it harder to get to. That's all. And that's how it's always been with this kind of shit. The shit we talk about with the passports, and the shit we talk about with the certificate of live birth, that shit's always been out there. It's just been hard to get a hold of. Before, you had to jump in a book and find that shit out. Now you can jump on YouTube, but you gotta know what to look for. There you have it. So yep, that's what I picked up pretty much from the last few years. Let me know what y'all feel like in the comment section about this topic, man. And anybody else, go subscribe to Knowledge World Media. Go subscribe to Finest Thing Walking, and go subscribe to James C. Lovett, the Bad Wolf. You can just put in James C. Lovett on the search bar, and he'll pop up. And we all talk about shit like this. All right, so that's what it is, man. Till next time, I will holler at y'all later. Peace out.